Hello, I'm Miss Keo, and today we're going to be making symmetrical name creatures. The materials we're going to need is a piece of paper, a pencil to write your name, scissors, and any coloring tools you might have around, and a glue stick. Let's get started. First, we're going to fold our paper in half lengthwise or hot dog style. Match the corners as best you can. Press in the middle and go side to side. Now it's time to write our name. Write your name with the base being the folded side. In pencil so it doesn't bleed through the paper, write very large your name across the page. Oops. Ta-da! Now it's time to cut out my symmetrical name creature. I'm going to get my scissors and begin cutting around my name. I want to make sure I turn my paper and my scissors so that I have the most interesting design. Leaving my scraps as big as possible so that I can use them later to add details to my creature. And when I open it up, I have a symmetrical shape, meaning it is the same on both sides. Now I'm ready to add details. I can add arms and legs using the scraps from when I cut out my shape. So I have two scraps that are connected. I can tear or use my scissors, and I'm going to add arms and legs. I think I'll have my creature dancing. So now I'm ready to use my glue stick. Click up once so it's not too much glue. Press down to make sure I secure both shapes. And I'm going to do that for all 4 of my pieces. Once I'm finished, I'll be ready to add the texture or the way my creature feels. But first, I've got to draw his or her face. So I've added my arms and legs, and now I'm ready to draw my creature's face. I'm going to add eyes using a circle and a dot, making sure that I'm still keeping with my symmetrical shape by adding a circle and a dot to both sides. In the middle, I'm going to draw a curved line and repeat it on the other side. And then I'll do the same for a mouth. I decided I'm going to make it really big, and I'm going to add 2 teeth and maybe a curved line for a tongue. You can color it in if you like. Just to make him or her a little more interesting. Now I'm ready to add texture to my creature. I'm going to think about lines that I can use to repeat to create a pattern to create my texture. I can use diagonal lines, dash lines, zigzag lines, dots, curve lines. Any variety of lines create a great texture. So let's get started. I'm going to make the body of my creature hairy. In order to do that, I'm going to create dash lines and repeat them across my page, just like so, working quickly but neatly to create the illusion of hair. Next, I'm going to create the texture for my arms. Thinking again about the lines and shapes I want to use, I'm going to create curved lines going from one side of the arm to the other. I want to hold my pieces still with my other hand so that it's easier to draw my lines. I'm going to repeat the same texture and line pattern on the other side, keeping with my symmetrical design. Lastly, I'm going to create the legs. Again, thinking about what lines and shapes I want to use to create the texture. I'm going to use the curved lines repeated into rows that kind of simulate feathers. I'm going to repeat on both sides again and keep my paper still by holding it with my other hand while I draw so that it's easier to create my design. Once I'm finished, I'm going to be able to add color. And when I add color, I'm going to go ahead and think about different color families I might want to create. And now I've finished my symmetrical name monsters, face, body, and texture. You can also add color. Think about color families you might want to use in your design. You can think about the warm colors, the colors that remind us of the sun, the cool colors, the colors that remind us of things that are cold or cool, like the water. And once you've decided, begin with your body and repeat the same line design that you chose for each section of your symmetrical name monster. Now we've finished our symmetrical name creatures. Can't wait to see what you create.